Okay, am I audible, guys? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
I'm sharing the screen. It's visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So today's session will be on web scraping and database. Okay, and we will be doing this using Python, or we can say we are going to integrate this scraping and database using Python. So, what are we gonna include in this? We're gonna include in this beautiful soup, Selenium, SQLite, and SQL and SQL academics. Okay, am I clear till here? Like, I hope I'm audible to you guys, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, anyone know about web scraping? Any idea?
Yes, ma'am. We can even take data from metadata as well for web scraping, especially into the cyberspace and all,
Yeah.
for analysis purposes,
Yeah.
etc. Beautiful Soap is one of the library which we can use.
Yeah, right. So basically, we are going to dive into web scraping, as web scraping is a technique of extracting data from website. Okay. We can say, imagine you want to collect all the codes from a website or extract product detail from an e-commerce platform. Uh, Instead of manually copying the data, we automate this process using web scraping. Okay, so web scraping refers to using bots or scripts to gather data from the website. We can take a real world example over here. That is, let's say you want to collect book prices from an online bookstore or track the stock price from a financial website. So instead of manually going through the pages, we use a script. Okay, script that fetch data in seconds. Okay, am I clear? The next thing is the how web scraping work. So first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna request the web page. Then we're gonna phrase the HTML. As we phrase the JSON file, we are going to phrase the HTML. Then we are going to extract the relevant data and store it in a locally or in a database. Okay. So uh, the important part is always check a website's robots.txt file to ensure you are allowed to scrape the site. Okay. So am I clear till here, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can anyone tell me what is beautiful soap? Any idea about this particular thing? Okay, so this is a Python library used to phrase and extract information from HTML and XML documents, and it is great for static websites where the content is embedded in HTML itself. Okay, like there is two type of websites. One is static and one is dynamic. Right, dynamics websites are changeable, but statics are like a blog page. We can say it can't be changed once it is written. Right. So these are kind of static websites. So for that, how many of you have laptops with you right now? Okay. 7, 8. So for that, like to implement this particular library, you need to first install do a pip install request beautiful soap 4. Okay, I have sent you the installing part. Just install it right now, guys. How many of you have done this part? Just raise your hands. Okay. So after doing this, we could go for an example. Just a second. Let me share it. So tell me once my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, yeah. I hope everyone have installed, you know, the I gave you for uh, the beautiful soap. So there is a question. So where is beautiful soap can be used in static or dynamic website? I repeat, where beautiful soap can be used in static or in dynamic websites.
In static website.
Yeah, right. So, mm, yeah, it's visible, right? You can see here, this is a, we can say a small code. Okay, to extract, or we can say simple example where we scrape codes from a website. So this is a particular website here over here, right? Okay, let me tell you like what is this code about. So first we need to request to the import request to request to the website so we can take the data. Okay, then as we have written for API, we can write response equals to request and get all these things. And this is soap equals to beautiful. So this is HTML phaser. Can anyone tell me what is HTML phaser? Any idea? Repeat, can anyone
No,
tell me
ma'am.
what is HTML phaser? Um,
Designing part.
Sorry,
What is the designing part?
so it's not audible.
Ma'am, I am
IG
just saying
framework.
that.
Guys, it's am I audible to you guys?
It's framework.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So someone said it's framework. Okay. Anyone else?
Used for tokenization.
Sorry.
Tokenization.
Okay. Anyone else? So basically, HTML phaser is used to read the HTML content. Okay. As everyone said, it's a kind of a it's not a particular framework, but we can say it's a kind of a converting this thing into tokens. Okay, any HTML related things to tokens. So next, quotes equals to soup dot find all. Okay, can anyone tell me why I have written here span? Any idea? How many of you know basic HTML, CSS? Like anyone know how to write in HTML, CSS and all? Yeah, right. Break down HTML documents into the. But what is span? Or class? What is a class?
Then it is used to design this, it is used to define a code block and which we will write and um, just
Your voice is not that audible. You can just write down. Yeah, it's a block. Okay, it's a block. Okay, or we can say it's what it does. It basically make a group of elements. So the class over here is text. Okay, we want text. Then for quote in quotes, print quote dot text. Okay, so let's just run this particular thing. So is this visible to you guys?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So basically, we got these text. Those were kept in a particular class that is known as text, or we can say in span block. Okay. I hope you're clear till here. Any doubts on this?
I'm clear.
Okay. So next is Selenium for dynamic sites. So anyone know what is Selenium? How does that work?
It's for testing purpose. Testing.
Yeah, basically it's for testing purpose, but we can say that beautiful soap works great for static websites. But what about the websites where content is dynamically loading or dynamically loaded with JavaScript? So here Selenium controls an actual web browser and can interact with page just like a human would. Okay. So when to use Selenium, the website that loads data dynamically through JavaScript, we can use Selenium. Need to perform actions like clicking, scrolling, and logging in, we can use Selenium. Okay. So to install the Selenium, you guys need this. Just maybe this. So I just can't. I will explain you the code of this particular thing because I can't. I don't have a Chrome, driver right now, so I can't run the code right now. So those who have laptops, you can run this pip install Selenium. Okay, and let me give out the code for this. Just okay. So I have given you a small example code. Okay. Just look into it, guys. Let me explain. So basically, we are using the same, you can say same link, but the difference over here is we have used a .com over the beautiful soup, and here we are using JS. If you can see clearly in the like after a .com slash, it is JS, right? So yeah, register. So first, it's from Selenium import WebDriver, from selenium.webdriver.common.by import by. So here we are importing Selenium module. Okay, WebDriver used to control the browser. Okay, and by it is a utility to specify how to locate element, like by ID or by class name. So driver equals to WebDriver dot Chrome is given, right? So it is to launch a new Chrome browser or window using Chrome driver. As I have told you, I don't have a Chrome driver right now. So you guys, if you are using this particular code, so make sure Chrome driver is installed and it is in your path or in your current folder. Okay. Then here you can write driver dot get for this particular link. So it will navigate the browser to the JavaScript powered code website. Okay. Then the code equals to driver dot find element by class name is text. As I have told you before, we what we have done before in the before part, we have got all the codes from the text, right, from the class name text. So here it will find all the HTML element with the class name text, and on this side each code is inside a span class, as I have told you before. Like it is inside span and the class is in text. Okay. So then for code and codes, print code.txt. So this is a loop through each code element and prints the text content. Then driver.quit, it will close the browser and end the WebDriver session. Am I clear right now? Yes?
Ma'am, can you explain it once again?
Okay, sure. So basically what it like from the first, let me explain you. After installing the Selenium, so the two statements that are from Selenium import WebDriver. So what does WebDriver do? It used to control the browser. Like if you're using Chrome, it will be controlling the Chrome. And by the import by, it is a utility to specify how to locate elements. So for an example, in a HTML or we can say in a front end, we use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so all the elements, or all the small elements are stored in class and ID. Okay, these are some containers, so they are stored in class and ID. So by when we import the by, it will specify how to locate the element. Then driver equals to WebDriver.Chrome. So it will launch a new Chrome browser window using Chrome driver. Okay, and if you don't have Chrome driver, just install it, and install it, and it should be in your path or current folder. Okay. Then drive.get the the URL, you need to paste it. So what it will do, it will navigate to the browser to the JavaScript powered code website, and then code equals to driver.find elements by class name. Okay, so as I have told you, all the text are written in a span class, written in a span, and the class name is given as text over here. So what it will do, it will find all the HTML elements with the class name text, and on this side each code is inside a span tag which is named as text. Then for we are just running a loop which is for quote in quotes that print quote.txt text. So this loop will go through each quote elements and print the content. Then driver will quit, which is closing the browser and ending the WebDriver session. Okay. So am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, any doubt till here? So, no doubts? So how many of you know what is a database?
Yes, ma'am, I know, ma'am.
Okay, just
Database is used to store the data and the informations, ma'am,
okay.
in a database.
So Pradeep, hello Pradeep, am I audible to you? Okay. So how it used to store data? Yeah, it is used to store data. So how many of you have used any kind of Python database or Python, like any kind of database? What are the database you have used till now?
No, MySQL.
Sorry,
SQL
yeah,
and MySQL.
SQL. Can anyone tell me like which kind of data are stored in SQL? Okay,
What, ma'am?
MongoDB.
Relational data.
Yeah, relational data, right. Structured data. Okay. So let's see our first part, which is SQLite, which is a local database. Okay, so we are going to look at how we can store scrap data using SQLite. Okay, so SQLite is a simple file-based database that is built into the Python. Okay, so it is an already like built into the Python, and it's great for small-scale applications. Like if you guys are doing any kind of Python like a project that is required to store data, you can use, and it is a small project, so you can use SQLite. Okay, so the installation process of SQLite comes already built in into the Python, so no installation needed. Next thing is creating a database with a table like let's start how I'm going to just send you this particular code to you right now.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am, first of all, I'm having one doubt, ma'am.
yeah, sure.
Ma'am, for this SQL and SQLite are same or what, ma'am?
Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, you can say. Hello.
Ma'am,
Yeah, what were you asking?
hello, ma'am. SQL and SQLite are same or different, ma'am?
No. They are not same. They are closely related, but they are not same. See, SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and
Yes, ma'am.
it's a language used to interact with database. Okay,
Okay.
it's not a database itself. It's SQL talks with a database. Okay, so
Okay, ma'am.
but whereas SQLite is a database system. It uses
Okay.
SQL language.
Okay.
Yeah, SQL is a
Okay, thank you.
language and SQLite is a database. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we were seeing the examples. Let me send you this particular. So everyone look over this thing. I have sent you. So we are going to use SQLite 3 over here. Okay. Yeah. So here, this code is to create a local SQLite database called quotes.db, and it create a quotes table and insert one quote into it. Okay. So when we go line by line explanation, import SQLite 3, it imports built-in SQLite 3 module. Okay, so this module let you interact with SQLite database in Python. Then con equals to SQLite3 dot connect. This gives it creates a connection to a SQLite database file called quotes.db, and if the file does not exist, it will be automatically created. Okay, if you use this particular code, then cursor equals to con.cursor. So it creates a cursor object which is used to execute an SQL command. Do anyone know what is a cursor object? You can raise your hands. Pradeep. Okay, so basically, when we talk about cursor object, so it's like a cursor is like a control tool you use to execute SQL commands. Okay, in your database connection, it allows Python to talk to database. Okay, you can say think of it like con is the phone line in your database, and cursor is the person on the line actually running your queries. Okay, so till here it's hopefully clear, right? Like till cursor object. It's clear, right?
Harman, please repeat.
Uh, about cursor object or hello.
Please explain.
So see, after it has created a connection to a SQLite database file. If the file doesn't exist, it automatically will be created. Then it creates a cursor object which is used to execute SQL commands over there. Okay, and then cursor dot execute, it will create table if not exist. Okay, then it will add all the integer like how many of you know how to write SQL commands? Okay, two people only know. Okay, so if you can see here okay, so if you can see here, there is a insert into like all the values you can insert, then create a table if not exist, and it will create a table that has we can say ID and text. ID is a auto incremented integer that will be primary key, and text will be required like a column for code text. Okay, the next thing is cursor dot execute. Here I have written insert into quotes the text you want to insert. I have insert a quote over here, that is life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. So the placeholder for the value, this prevents SQL injection. Okay, and a tuple is passed, that is code text.
Man,
Then
the code
on dot
is not
comment.
visible.
Sorry,
The code is not visible.
I have shared in the chat actually.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Then con.commit, it saves the changes to the database, and then it will close the connection to the database file. Okay, so this script creates and save a code into a local database file, and it's perfect for storing scrap data, like the data that a small project would be required. Okay, so is it clear till here, guys?
It is not showing any output.
Though your voice is not audible, you can just write down, right? Any more doubts? See, okay, I have given you, there is we can say, so here there is no only limit to our realization for tomorrow, that you can just copy it and you can paste it on there. Okay, uh, if you are using what we can say command prompt, then you can paste it directly over. If you're using the terminal in VS Code, then it will be showing you the input, like you need to give an input. I think you should show you. Just a minute. So is it showing to give an input or anything? Mm, okay, just let me show you my web system. Yeah, so I hope this is visible to you guys, right? So just let's run it. See, after running this, it's showing you a blank, right? Okay, over here. So what you need to do is that, as I have given it over here, that I want to put this particular thing. Okay, life is what happens, this particular thing. So I'm gonna write it over here. I have already used this particular thing, so let me just delete it. I have deleted it. Okay, so let's do it once more. Control. Yeah. So see, automatically it has been created, like a database has been created over here. Then we put this. See, it has been already stored in my database. Okay. Okay. Any more
Yeah,
doubts in
ma'am.
this particular thing? There's any doubts?
I'm clear.
Sorry.
Ma'am, it's clear.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm able to see that the codes.db file has been created, but how to access it, like the data, like in the terminal?
Okay, so basically, you need to write extra some codes to access that particular thing. Okay, you need to make another Python file to
Mhm.
access the particular thing. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So, any more doubts, or shall we go to the next part? Okay, we have already completed SQLite. Now it is PostgreSQL, that is our advanced database. Okay, so uh, it is advanced, server based, relational, and used in production systems. Okay, this we can say, if SQLite is a small, it works for a small project, but PostgreSQL works for a bigger, or we can say production level system. Okay, so it's scalable and supports complex queries. Okay, so to install this, we need to write pip in just yeah pip install psy copy to binary. Okay, I have some. Okay, so after installing this, we can write a small code to connect to PostgreSQL database. Let me provide you the yeah. I have sent you the code in the chat. Yeah. So how many of you have done, you know, this part, the installing part? Okay. Okay. So the purpose of the script is to connect PostgreSQL database, create a code table if it doesn't exist, and insert a code into it. Okay. So first thing first, import. Okay. So imports the copy G2 library, which is mostly commonly used PostgreSQL adapter for Python. Okay. Then con equals to psy con 2 dot connect. Okay. So here you can see it establish a connection from PostgreSQL database. Okay, and you need to replace your DB, your user, and your password with your actual DB info. Okay, so local host means it's running on your local machine right now. Okay, then cursor equals to con dot cursor. It creates a cursor object to execute SQL queries, just like in SQLite. Okay, then cursor execute, create the table if not exist, quote text. Okay, so it basically create a code table which with one column which is text with like the small letters text if it doesn't already exist, and then text is the PostgreSQL data type for storing long strings. Am I clear till here, guys? uh, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, am I clear till here?
Can you repeat
Which part?
from the start only?
Oh, okay, okay. So see, first after importing, py copy G2 library, so it is mostly commonly used for PostgreSQL adapter. Okay. Then the con equals to psy con 2 dot connect. What it does, it establish a connection to your PostgreSQL database. Then you need to replace the your part to your DB, your user, your password. Okay, you need to replace this part with your actual database info. Okay, then local host means where your machine is currently like where your code is running right now. It means running on your local machine. Okay, local host means that. Then cursor equals to con dot cursor creates cursor object. Okay, that execute in SQL queries. The next part is cursor dot execute create table if not exist. Here txt is the column, like one column. If it does not already created, then it create itself, and text, that the capital one, are the data types for storing a long string. Okay, then cursor dot execute insert into quotes, or you can say text values. So it will it insert a quote into the quotes table. Okay, and percentage s is a placeholder for the value, and the value is passed as a tuple. So this avoids SQL injection. And then con dot commit, it saves the change to the database. We like insert, update, and etc. And then con dot close, it closes the connection to the database. Okay. So you, if you guys want to try this particular thing, you can. You guys can. Wait, can you? Okay. Okay, I will give you the updated version then, because it was not within my version. Yeah, I will send you the updated part. Okay. So till here, do you guys have any doubts? Okay, so PostgreSQL is clear, SQL is clear, SQLite is clear, right? Okay. So let's talk about SQL Alchemy, which is a Python ORM, object rational mapper. Do anyone know what is ORM? It's clearly written over here. Python objects for the, database operations. Okay. So SQL Alchemy allows us to interact with database using Python class instead of raw SQL. I have already told to you, like someone was asking, what is the difference between SQLite and SQL? So SQL is a language. Okay, we interact with the database using SQL. So other than interacting with database with SQL, we can interact with using Python class. Okay, so ORM is a technique that let us write Python code to interact with database instead of SQL. It's cleaner and more, easy for us to write in Python. Then to set up, let me give you example. Just a second, guys. Let me show you this one. So it's visible, right? Is it visible, guys? Okay. So you can see here from SQL Alchemy import create engine, column string, then import declarative paste, season maker. Okay. So create engine is to connect to the database. Okay. This thing. It is to connect the database. Then column and string is defining column and data type. Okay. Like this is the call. We want a column and the data type is string. Okay. Then from declarative base, you need season maker. So used to define models and create seasons. Okay. Then base declarative underscore base. So it set up a base class for your ORM models. Okay. All your database tables will be inherited from this. Then class code base table name is given, text equals to column string primary key. Okay, is true. So it defines a Python class codes that maps to the codes table. Okay. Then the table will be the table will have one column that is text, which is also the primary. Okay. Then engine is given over here, which is creates a connection engine to an SQLite database called CodesDB. So here you can see I have while doing the SQLite, we have created a CodesDB, which is a database. So we can find we say we can interact with this. We are going to interact with this particular thing. Then base.meta.create all engine. So it creates the code table based on your model. Like if it does not exist, it creates a code table. Then season equals to season maker is basically creates a season. This is like a temporary word space or transactions. Okay. Then it creates a code object like over here. Then it creates a code object and add it to the database by season. Then this part we can say queries all rows from the codes table and print each column, each codes. Okay. So this script is it defines a table as a Python class, insert a new code using Python object, and query all the data using Python method. So no raw SQL is required over here. Okay, so let's run this thing. So here you can see. Okay, so beforehand when I have used I have used one more thing, what we can say, one more code. So in code.db database, I have two lines which I have, we can say, used SQLite to put those lines over there, like to save this line. So these are the lines over here, and we can easily access those lines, right? So till here, are we clear?
Yes,
No
ma'am.
doubts?
And have you just written the file name code with
Sorry,
DB?
Dhruv, your voice is still not audible. You can just write down. No, no, I have not created it. Actually, the code that is like the codes written over here, so it will, if the file is not there, it will automatically create a code.db file. Okay. See, I think you're not using, virtual, Visual Studio. Is anyone other using any kind of other machine for Python or the software? Like, what are you using, Dhruv? Anyone else using different software for Python? So,
PyCharm. Sorry, PyCharm.
sorry,
PyCharm.
it's not audible.
PyCharm.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so Dhruv, it's did you get it? Like, ma'am, it's there. Okay, creating in my. So did you get it, or still like you are facing the problem? Okay, got it. Okay. So shall we proceed to the Q&A session then? See, you can add codes. If you like the code I have provided you, that might add code, that might not add code, but I will be giving you some other codes also, or like code for adding the inputs. Okay, so there is no need to worry about it. So shall we begin with question answers?
Ma'am.
Okay. So the first question is, what does SQL stand for? And marks are going to be given over here. So rapidly raise your hands. Okay.
Structured query language, ma'am.
Okay, appreciate. Structure query language. Anyone else? Groove. I guess you just raised. Okay.
I'm same structured query language.
Okay. So which command is used to retrieve data from a table?
Select command.
Right. Okay, now guys raise your hands, then only I'm going to ask you the question. So everyone hands down. Sandeep, kindly, make your hand down. Yeah. So the next question is, what is a clause is used to filter records in SQL? Kriti?
Group by class.
No.
Sorry, where class?
Okay, yeah, right. So what
Where
is
clause?
the primary key? What is the primary key?
The unique and distinct key, ma'am, which is not null. It is to primarily access the data within the
Yeah,
table.
right. So yeah, which function returns the number of rows in SQL?
Count function. I think so.
Yeah, right, count. So let's, what should I ask next question to you? So what is the difference between delete and what can I ask? Target? Delete and target. Yeah, Kriti?
Truncate deletes rows permanently, and we can roll back delete command. We can drop table by using delete.
Okay, what about others?
Ma'am, delete is used to delete table row data, but not entire row, just row data. Truncate is used to delete the table and it can be revoked.
Okay. Mm. So the next question is, which SQL command show all the tables in PostgreSQL database? Sophie and
Is it query?
no. Let me give you the question.
When in PostgreSQL,
Yeah. It's a small command, very small command.
No idea about PostgreSQL, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, Sophie.
Ma'am, it's not me.
So, okay, somebody was raising that. Yeah, right, though. It's slashed.
Ma'am, can you come through the answer?
Sorry?
Can you answer the question, please?
Yeah, it's actually /DT. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
please explain.
it's not audible, sorry.
Ma'am, please explain clearly.
Okay, the particular question.
Question as well answer, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, see, I have asked which SQL command shows all the table. Okay, like as I have told you, SQL database are stored in what we can say table format, right? So /tt is a we can say PSQL meta command. Okay, not a standard SQL command, but it is a meta command, and it lists all the tables in current schemes. Okay, like usually it shows public schemes. If you are like of your connected for an example, you have connected in like Postgre database. Okay, you want current schemas to be shown, like current tables and all the lists to be shown, then you use /tt. You can open your terminal, you can write what you want to, like psql, uh, your name and your database. Then if you give /tt, it will show all the thing, like all the name and like the schemes you want in relay, you want to take it out. Okay, so if no table appears, you might be not having that particular scheme. Okay, but we can tell that /tt shows all the user defined tables in PSQL shell, and for SQL query, list table can be like for any SQL query. Can anyone tell me how can we see all the tables in a SQL query?
Select star.
Yeah, right. So the /dt is used to show user defined tables, all the user defined tables, and select star is used to show, for SQL queries we can use select star. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am, got it then.
Okay. So can anyone tell me what is web scripting?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it is mainly used to extract the HTML content from the website.
Yeah, and what are the two methods?
Beautiful soap and
Okay. So what is beautiful? So
ma'am, it is a
raise
Python
your
library.
hand.
Library, ma'am, Python library.
Yeah. And how do you install beautiful soap?
PIP install
Pin
beautiful suite.
install
Guys, raise your hand. I'm going to ask everyone. Okay, so I will be asking next question. So let me send you this particular question. Okay, so what does this command do? Yeah, Dhruv.
We will find all the elements which are in that format and it is written as class name.
Yeah. Anyone else? Okay, so basically it find all the HTML elements with the class text. Okay, for an example, we used quotes, right? Okay, the next question is, can Selenium interact with buttons and inputs? Yeah. Govind, okay, Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so the question is, can Selenium interact with button and inputs? You told yes, right? Any other answer? Okay,
It is
so
used for JavaScript, ma'am. So you can use
yeah,
it, ma'am.
yeah. So basically, it is used to navigate, right? So we can use it for clicking buttons and entering text. So the next question is, how do we insert data in SQLite? I repeat, how do we insert data in SQLite? Yeah, Mohit.
Insert into.
Yeah, right. In like first cursor dot execute, then insert into table name values. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The next question is, what does percentage S means in PSY copy G2 query?
It returns all
Placeholder.
the elements of starting with this.
Sorry? Could you just repeat once again?
It will print all the letters that starts with the S letter, S alphabet.
No, wrong answer. I repeat, what does percentage S means in PSY copy G2 query? Okay, so it is a placeholder for safety inserting value. Okay. The next thing is, why use ORM over raw SQL? Yeah, Rimsha.
It is user friendly, so we use ORM rather than using raw SQL.
Yeah, so it's user friendly. It's easier to maintain also. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess all the questions are over right now. I hope you guys have been doing your project work, right? So any doubts for today's class?
What is the last date in the project, right?
Yeah, it's given in the group, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 27 April is the deadline.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Any more doubts?
Everything is clear.
Okay. So let's wrap up then. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.